Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I want to do something a little bit different. So I do have some new plants to unbox, but I've done a lot of unboxings on this channel, and usually I cut the camera after I take them out of the box, and I've never really shown you what I do after that and how I onboard my new plants. And so I thought today would be a good opportunity to do that. First of all, do you guys like my hair? I saw a girl do this on TikTok and I thought it was cute, so I wanted to try it. One of my rubber bands already popped right here, so it looks a little funky on this side, but it's alright. It's still cute. Okay, let's get into the actual plants. So I got a few plants from a Facebook buy sell trade group. One of the plants on here will be for a different video that I'm filming, but I also picked up some other plants while I was, already ordering plants. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, this is packaged very well. So that is some compressed air bags. Okay. And then the plants are in here. Okay. Oh, she labeled them. So let's start with this one. So it's in this paper. And then it's in a Ziploc bag. So this is the first one. So this is a Hoya Carrii variegated. It's only a single leaf, so it's not gonna grow beyond that, but I like these. It's cute. My mom has one and I wanted one too, so this is really cute. And then the other thing in the Ziploc bag is the thing I bought for the other video that I'm filming. So this paper towel is damp. That's good, not wet. Ooh, 2 sticks. So the other video I'm filming is a wet stick video. This one looks not so hot. It's pretty yellow, so that's probably not going to turn into much, but this one looks pretty good. It's still green. It's only yellow at the tips, so hopefully this turns into something. And these are supposed to be Philodendron melanochrysum. The topic of the video is going to be about wet stick propagations and like how to do it, if it's a good idea or not, and things like that. But like, I guess spoiler alert, but not really. If you want a full plant, don't buy a wet stick, because if it succeeds, it will definitely take like months and months and months before it becomes a full plant. If you buy them, like, make sure you go in with the expectation that it probably will not succeed, because I've definitely lost more wet sticks than I've successfully grown them. So yeah. Okay, so let's unbox some other things. This is ooh, that's so pretty. Ooh. So this is a Scindapsus pictus. I think it's a silvery Ann. I'm not 100% sure, but it does look different enough from my regular Skin Adapters Pictus that I think this is a silver Ann. Pretty sure. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. So this one I think has a little bit of roots, but it's not like fully rooted. But let's open and see what's up. Okay, it's in damp paper towel, and the roots are wrapped in sphagnum moss. Okay, I'm gonna very gently pull the sphagnum to see if there are roots. Okay, yep, there's definitely roots. The roots are pretty good actually. And they look like they've been in dirt before. Cool. So it's actually 2 pieces, and they both have quite good root systems. So that will be good. And you see how it kind of looks like brown? That means it's probably been in dirt before, so that's good to know. Also, I never throw away the sphagnum moss. Sphagnum moss is not a renewable resource, it's a limited resource, so you should definitely reuse it and don't throw it away. So even though I'm going to be transferring this Scindapsus into soil, likely, I usually just keep extra sphagnum moss in like a Ziploc bag. That is shredded paper to keep the leaves from getting crushed. This is packaged like so well, honestly. So this is a cutting of a Monstera Stanleyana, just the regular variety. This one does look a little bit dehydrated, but that's likely because it's a cutting and it doesn't have any roots. I find that like cuttings in the mail always do much worse than even something that's like lightly rooted. So yeah. Okay, damp paper towel, and there is a little bit of sphagnum moss in here. Okay, so this is, I would consider this a cutting. There is 1 root on here, but it's not good. It's flimsy and shriveled up, which basically means that it was either overwatered or underwatered, or who knows, but it's probably just because it, you know, was shipped. So this root probably has to be cut off, and probably have to start rerooting this from scratch, which means that this is a good opportunity to show you what I do with different types of plant mail. So that's good. Okay, I'm gonna go gather some supplies and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've gathered all of the supplies, literally in a full ass tray of stuff. So the very first thing I'm going to do is wet some sphagnum moss. I could definitely reuse the sphagnum moss that it came with, but also another one of my hair ties popped, so my hair is out here looking real crazy. But I want to show you what I do when it didn't come shipped with sphagnum or something like that. So this is dehydrated sphagnum moss. This is how it comes. I'll link down in the description below the exact brand I use. I love it. It is the best brand of sphagnum moss. So I put it in a, you know, like closed container like this, and then in here is filled with tap water plus 1 drop of Super Thrive, like 1 literal drop of Super Thrive, and half a dropper full of Newt. You could probably use like either or, but I have quite a bit of both, so I use both. And then I'm going to just pour some of this water into this moss and wait for it to reactivate, basically. So I'm gonna put this here. The key is really to try to put enough water in so that the moss is evenly moist without putting so much in that it's soaking wet. So that's kind of hard. Okay, so while that is, you know, doing its thing, I'm going to repot some plants. Okay, so this is what we are currently looking at. So in this soil mixture, I have equal parts of coco coir, orchid bark, and pumice, and then a handful of horticultural charcoal. Cool. And then the two plants I'm going to be putting into soil is this Scindapsus and this Hoya caryi. Let's do the Scindapsus first. So I'm gonna put it in one of these containers. Okay, well that's gonna be fun for me to clean up later. So I'm gonna put in this much soil at the bottom. Can you really see that? It's about here. This level of soil. I'm gonna grab the pieces. Okay, now we backfill. And I like to fill it up like pretty far up because once you water it for the first time, obviously the soil is going to compact down a little bit and the soil level is going to go down. So this is now potted. Okay, let's do the other one. So the Hoya caryi. So the thing with the Hoya caryi is that since it probably will not grow, you know, beyond this single leaf, it doesn't need a big pot. In fact, it would prefer a smaller pot. So I found the shallowest pot I can compared to the pot that I just put the Scindapsus in. This is definitely more narrow. I have like my mom's Hoya caryi. I pot that into a 2-inch pot and it's been perfectly happy. So this is honestly probably a little big, like it could probably fit into a 2-inch pot and be very happy, but since the only pot I have is 4-inch, I'm just gonna pot it in here. It'll be okay. Okay, hold this here. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Okay, so the next plant I'm going to do is the 2 Melanochrysum sticks. So I'm going to go more in depth into this into that other video I'm filming, but what I'm going to do is put it into some moss. This is sphagnum moss that I'm reusing, and I also have pumice, horticultural charcoal, and some extra leca balls in here. Usually if I'm gonna do dirty moss, I would put orchid bark instead of leca, but I had leftover leca from another plant and it was already cleaned, so I'm using that instead of the horticulture, or instead of the orchid bark. Let's put that in here. Mix it up a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit more water in just because it feels a little bit dry, but not too much, just a little bit. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do with these is, do you see all of the old roots? You have to scrape it off because they're all dead. Just like that. And then now this is going to go into a gallon-sized Ziploc bag, and that's going to add extra humidity. There we go. So now the very last plant is the Monstera Stanleya cutting. So this sphagnum moss is now actually wet, so I think I put in a little bit too much water. So what I'm going to do is like squeeze out the extra water. See that there was quite a bit of extra water. Definitely don't want that, because if the moss is too wet, then your plant is going to rot. This is just a regular nursery pot. So I'm going to put in some sphagnum moss. At the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to take this root off because it's dead. And then I'm going to place this cutting into the pot and then anchor it with some sphagnum moss. Making sure that all the nodes are covered into the sphagnum moss. I don't want to compact it down so much as to there not be any air that will be able to go down, but pack it down enough so that the plant does stay straight up. Okay, so now that everything has been potted up, the last thing I'm gonna go do is spray down my plants. So these two are going to get watered, and the water mixture I'll probably add some Super Thrive in. I just use whatever is the instructions on the back, which is a drop to a cup of water or a quarter teaspoon to a gallon. And then after they've been watered and I've let all the excess water run, I'm gonna spray everything with neem oil. So in a spray bottle I have neem oil. This is concentrated neem oil, so it's diluted into the spray bottle, and in that spray bottle I also have a few drops of this Castile soap, Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. I use the peppermint one. I don't think it matters which scent you use. So everything is going to get sprayed down, and then all of these plants are going to go into isolation, so in a room that's not this room and far away from all of my other plants. Okay, cool, that's it.